back to the Meeple Marathon. Today we're going to be doing a solo playthrough of Libertalia. Now this is the Winds of Galecrest edition, which is essentially the second edition by Stonemaier Games, in which they added both a two-player mode and a solo mode. So originally Libertalia, which has been around for over a decade now, it was a 3 to 6 player game. It's a kind of a hand management, set collection, not bluffing game, but everybody is choosing the action or crew member they're going to play, which determines their action for the round in secret, and then everybody reveals, and you go through the round in order of who you played. So I'm going to kind of talk through things as we go here. It's a very quick game, especially when you're playing solo, because you are the only person that has to take the time to decide who to play. So the first thing we're going to do here is draw 6 cards from the top of a shuffled AI deck. So the AI deck is different, being that the biggest difference is the back here. The back of mine, it just has my color on it, my ship. The back of the AI deck has all this stuff on it, which is going to help us determine what card they're going to play each round. So this deck gets shuffled. That determines what 6 characters are going to play. Now you'll notice that the AI deck, different from mine, is kind of has an upside down and a top side. The top side with the purple banner is the AI's actual characters, but the Pilferer characters are going to come in and act like that third player. So you're technically still playing a 3-player game when you play solo. The Pilferer acting as the kind of dummy player, and then the AI player who's the one you're competing against. So once you've drawn your 6, the best thing to do is to lay them out here in numerical order, and then you need to go find those same cards out of your deck. It doesn't matter how you organize them in your hand, but you definitely need to organize the AI deck in this way, because that helps determine, I just realized I didn't have those lined up correctly, determine which card they're going to play. So this last one here needs to be flip-flop. So I'm going to take these and set these just off camera, but you'll notice that the first 2 here have cannons on them. Those are going to come into play. And for the most part, though, everything is just numbered 13 to 38 in numerical order. I've got my cards here. And so now, at this point, I need to make a decision as to which crew member I'm going to play. Now, the trick is that whoever has the lowest number of crew member played gets to activate their day ability first. So you're going to go left to right, activating daytime abilities, which may allow you to do certain things that you want to do early. And then after everyone's day ability activates, you're going to go backwards, not only choosing a loot token, but also activating any dusk abilities. Dusk abilities may affect like what you choose, things like that. We'll go over all this as we see them pop up, but these loot tokens are the main way of gaining gold. So your gold here, or your loot tokens here, are represented by these tiles and spots on the board that basically tells you what they're going to do. Right now I have it set up for a basic game, a kind of non-take that game. So like a chest is going to get me 5 gold at the end of a voyage, and there's 3 voyages in a game, whereas a relic is going to lose me 1. You could play with a more difficult side, though. There are various tiles in the box like this. There's also another side of the board with a lot more take that, where like the relic, for example, you lose one coin every day. So that's something to take into account as well, is do you want to play a more just kind of everybody for themselves strategy, or a lot of take that element in the game? The last thing we're going to do here is take a look at our reputation track. At the beginning of each voyage, you're going to gain coins based on where your reputation is. Now, you can see that the lower the reputation, is giving you more coins. That's a little bit of a catch-up mechanic, but the reputation track, the biggest reason it's here is to break ties if both of you and another player play the same crew member. The same number, whoever's right on the reputation track would place their person right, which means they're going to get first choice at a loot token. So, realizing that I had tucked the coins away still in the box, so let's get those out, and we're going to give each side their loot. So I get 10. And the AI is going to get 9 here. So this is loot that they start with. In the standard game, not much happens. But in the Take That game, this money could easily be taken away from you or lost throughout the game. So that's probably the biggest reason why you get money to start the game with. So let's now think about what we want to do. The aristocrat could gain us some reputation. I'm not too concerned about that right now. First mate is a great one to play first because you lose money during the day ability. So if we play him first, I'm not going to lose any money. Who else here? Merchant would be discarding loot tokens to gain money. Don't want to do that. Bosun here is going to gain 2 for each character in your ship. Nope. See, I don't have any. A smuggler is a great person to play. If there's one loot token out there that I want and don't want anyone else to have, the smuggler kind of sneaks in, grabs the token, and then just leaves. And then the bodyguard helps protect you from sabers and hooks, which allow you to kill off people on other people's ships or save characters on your own ship at the end of a voyage. So I'm going to play the first mate here, simply because I feel like this is the best card to play. So I can put my card anywhere. It doesn't really matter. Now, from the top of the AI deck, I'm going to take this card. I've been able to see this card, so we're actually going to pull this one off. I'm going to flip it over, and this is the dummy player, the Pilferer, his play. So he's playing a 5. I'm playing a 38. Now, this new card back that has been revealed is what we're going to use to determine which card the AI player is going to play. So this first line here is any 3 of the same type of loot token based on the loot priority list of the AI. So these first 3 here are what they consider to be the best, yellow, black, and green. Then the next 3, and then the worst is the relic, which is really the only negative token out there. So it doesn't have 3 of any type. It's got 2 goods and 1 medium. It doesn't have 2 bads. It doesn't even have 1 bad. So basically it has at least 1 good token in the list. It's got technically 2. So we're going to look to pick up the 3rd card from the left. So back over here, I'm just going to pick this up just this one time here. These are the cards, and so I don't care about cannons this time. Other times I might, but I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. They are playing the bosun. So they're going to pinch in here between us. Now, their card has been played. Now we go through the game like normal. The human player activating everybody's abilities for them. The Pilferer doesn't ever have any abilities. He's just a number. He's just there to claim a loot token. Being that he's a 5, it's not even going to matter. The bosun here, his day ability says the Automa is going to gain 4 coins. So I'm going to go ahead and give him 4 coins. That's that. His bosun ability is different than my bosun ability. Then my first mate, I lose a coin for each character in my ship. I have nobody in my ship yet because I just started. So he's a great first card to play. So everybody's day ability has been activated. Now we're going to turn around and go back. Nobody has any dusk abilities. If the AI had played the cabin boy, however, he would have had a dusk ability, but the Pilferer just gets the number 5. So first mate, I need to decide what loot token I want. The chest is going to give me 5 at the end of the voyage. The map token is pretty much worthless because you need sets of map tokens. At least the version we're playing with here if you have 2 map tokens, you gain 7. 3 gets you 12. A single one gets me nothing. And there's no other map tokens out there, so I really don't want the map token. And the amulet, similar to the chest, gives me 3. So this is a no-brainer for me. I'm going to take the chest, add it to my loot pile here. And now we're going to go down the list. So I can remove my first mate. I now have a character in my ship. He sits here in front of me, and he is in my ship until the end of my voyage, in which he then will retire. The Automa simply picks from this list here. So even though it is probably not going to gain any points from the map, it's still going to take the map token. It considers it to be a better pull than the amulet. So it's going to take the map token. The bosun comes into its ship, and then the pilferer card can simply be discarded. We don't need it anymore. It would have taken this loot token. That token simply goes back into the bag for now. So that is a day within the voyage. So now I'm going to play a little bit more quickly now that you kind of understand how things are working. So let's see here. For the current day, gain 2 for each loot token discarded that way. That's not bad. That's not bad at all, but I'm going to save him. So let's see. I'm gonna get risky here, and I'm gonna play my aristocrat. AI deck gets the pilfer, is coming in at number 8, so the pilfer is playing really low now. All right, so I've got basically 3 mediums now. Okay, so these are all considered mediums. The first 3 are considered high, the next 3 are considered medium, and then the bad one or the low. So we have 3 mediums, so we meet this top criteria now. So we're going to pick 2 in from the left. That is going to be our bodyguard. Interestingly enough. All right, so the bodyguard comes in at 14. He's going to pinch in the middle again, and here we go. So the bodyguard says discard all saber and hook tokens from the current day. So that's 1, and this is discarded. He doesn't gain it. Gains 2 money for each loot token discarded this way. If the Automa had not gained any benefit from that action, say there was no, like previously there was no saber or hook tokens out there, he would have been changed to a rank 29, which still would have kept him in the same spot. Sometimes that does make a difference. Aristocrat, I gain 2 reputation, so I'm the green player. I'm going to go up 1, 2, pushing these 2 back now, and that was her ability. Now, working our way backwards, I can either take a barrel, which is going to gain me another reputation, or the amulet. I'm going to go with the amulet. All right, so she now comes into my boat. The bodyguard now, which is the AI player, only has 1 choice. So, makes it simple. And the pilferer, in this case, would have been left without a token if he had been a real player, is okay. And the bodyguard now comes into the AI's boat, because people who are in your boat at the end of a voyage may change how much money you get. So, coming back to our slightly dwindling pile here. Let's see. No, don't want to play you. Definitely don't want to play you. Not the smuggler yet. Although, I mean, I guess we are gonna play. I want to save the bodyguard for day 4. The merchant here. The merchant would be great to hold on to if I ever get stuck with relics, because I can discard multiple relics, get them off the ship before they cost me negative money. I think I'm just going to play the bosun here. I'm not going to gain any benefit from him. He's kind of middle-of-the-road player. I don't really like my hand at this point. So, all right. Who are we playing? 19. So we're playing right there. And then we have basically this scenario again here. So the more you play solo, the more you can quickly just look at those tiles and know exactly where you need to be. 2 in from the right is going to be the aristocrat. That's what I was unfortunate. I was hoping that would not happen, but it did. We'll talk about that here in a second. So I'm not gaining anything from the bosun. He gains 2 reputation, so he's going to go 1, 2. And we basically just pushed the black player down, but that doesn't matter. All right. No, he is in first. So he is going to get the chest. When I laid out these loot tokens, I made sure I ordered them in the same priority list. Makes it easier for me to decide. I guess we are going to go with, the saber. So this saber says discard the lowest ranked knight character from your opponent's ship. If there are none to discard, gain 3. There are none, so I'm just going to gain 3 coins from that, which is fine. All right, so this comes back into his ship, the bosun to mine, and the pilferer, who technically would gain the barrel, takes it back. And all right, so this is the final day. We talked about this. This is who I want to play, hopefully. And I also know that the AI or the opposing player already played their bodyguard. They played it a little too early. And so if this had been a true two-player game and I knew they were still holding on to the bodyguard, me having the lower reputation would actually be helping me here, because I would get to activate my day ability first, getting rid of these 2. His or her bodyguard would have no one to discard. So this is where the gamesmanship comes in this game. Ooh, way down there. And just looking here, we have 3. No, we've got this again, so 1 in from the right. He is playing his first mate now, so we can do that. All right, so I can discard these 2, which means I'm not going to end up with a loot token. I had a 1 in 3 chance of ending up with that barrel, but it's fine. So I do get 4 points for that. So there's our coins. Check. And then we come here. No sun ability. He's going to take the only token, put his first mate into his ship. My bodyguard's going to come into my ship, and the pilferer goes away. At this point, we have now completed our first of 3 voyages. So you're going to go through and activate any end of voyage abilities. Anchor. You have anchored into port now. So these guys are going to possibly gain or lose you money. Also, your loot tokens, you're going to go through those as well. So let's go through mine. If you're the only player to have an aristocrat in their ship, gain 5 gold, otherwise lose 3. Unfortunately, us and the AI opponent both have their aristocrat out. It was a risky play on my part, so I'm losing 3. I'm also going to go ahead and lose 3 for him. Just put this card over there so we know we have dealt with it for them. And then here, gain 1 for each character in your ship. Actually, so I should bring her back so I don't forget. So 1, 2, 3, 4 characters in my ship. Those are all of my anchor abilities. These cards are now all going to go into my wreckage pile, discard pile. Basically, they're off my ship. I'm done with them. And so that was what, 4 more coins. So I'll take a 5 and put back a 1. Okay. Here, I'm gaining 3 for my amulet. My saber has already been resolved, and I'm gaining 5 for my chest. Okay, these all go back in the bag. Let's do the same thing for the AI now. We already lost their 3, and then this one's also going to gain them for money. So there we go. And let's resolve theirs. So they are going to... I forgot to gain their dusk ability here, so they should actually be up here, way higher than me, and that would have given them a coin, because I should have given that to them twice. Now these are going to gain them 2, so they're actually going to be in the lead after this. This is going to give them 5, and this map token, like we discussed early on, gives them nothing. At this point, now all of their people go into their wreckage pile. They're off the ship. You can play with it if you want to flip it over. If you don't want to make it the wreckage pile, you can flip it over. It looks a little nicer, but there we go. So those characters are out essentially from the game. There are ways to bring a few of them back, but at this point, you take up your money, you count it up, and you add it to your dial. Once it's into your dial, once it's into your treasure chest, it cannot be taken away, stolen, or lost. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 15 is 21, 24 for the AI. All right, and I have 20. Oh no, I have 26. Okay, but still a very tight game. All of this money can technically go back in. I'm going to save some of it out after I give myself the 26, because one of the first things you're going to do at the beginning of a new voyage is gain money based on your reputation track. So I'm going to gain 9. So I'm going to go ahead and just take 9 right there. And the AI is going to gain 7. So let's give them 7. There we go. Just a little quality of life hack there. All right. Now, we need to mix up our bag, give it a good shuffle, and bring out 3 more loot tokens for each day. And this is when I begin to order them in the same priority, same order as the priority list for the AI. So lots of map tokens this time. We actually have a relic out there that nobody's going to want. And also, we are going to add a 5th day. So the voyages get longer and longer as we go along. All right, there you go. So that's set. The last thing we need to do is the AI, who has the shuffled deck, is going to draw 6 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's lay them out here, and we will need to find the same cards ourselves. 36, 39, 40. Ooh, all the high ones. So we'll start from the back this time, making my life a little easier. 16, 15, 10. I'm going to add these 6 to my 2 I still have from last time, and the AI is going to get his mixed into here, and then again laid out so that the numbers are all in numerical order, taking note of the ones with the cannons. There we go. All right, and we are ready to start Voyage 2. Again, I'm going to try and play through this at a normal speed so you can see how quickly the game truly can be when you save you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play my governor first this time. He forces me to discard all characters from my ship. I kind of want my characters on my ship later, so he's a good one, another good one to play early. Pilver is coming in at 32, and then I can see here that basically now I have 1 good, 1 medium, and 1 high, 1 medium, and 1 low. So that fits into this criteria, 3rd from the left. 1, 2, 3. So they are playing their 36. All right. Automa gains 1. Automa gains an additional 1 for each of her loot tokens. So not the best card for her to play early. But that's okay. There we go. Me, I have to discard all my characters. Nothing happens. So now going backwards, I'm going to snag this map token because there's a bunch out there. And the Quartermaster is going to take the amulet. The Pilferer gets rid of that relic for us. Okay. Now let's see here. What do we want to play now? No. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play this smuggler. All right. 33. Pilfer finally comes in high, and there is one from the right, only counting. So here finally we have one of these where it uses the cannon. So it's the starting from the left, counting the first cannon we come to. I only have one, or the AI only has one cannon. So they are also playing their smuggler. So the reputation track is coming into effect, ladies and gentlemen, because they are highest on the track. So watch this. They go right there. They go to the right of me. Sometimes it benefits you to have a lower reputation. So I'm going to get to gain a loot token from the current day, and then the smuggler runs away back to the ship. They are also going to gain a loot token and run away. Well, okay, that's fine. They run away, leaving the Pilferer to, in this case, if you were playing a true 3-player game, this person, maybe they played their 40, really wanting that one chest, and now all of a sudden they're stuck with an amulet. So the game truly does shine again at 3 to 6 players, but it is still a lot of fun and a very quick game if you are playing solo. So now is when I shall play the Explorer, hoping to get one of these tokens. So let's see what the Pilferer is playing. Perfect. 7. So I'm nearly guaranteed one of those map tokens. They are playing one in from the right. Okay, so they are also playing their Explorer. Again, they're going last. But in this instance, that high reputation benefits them. So, no day abilities here. We're going to get to the Explorer, and you can see now that the Explorer, their priority list changed during the Dusk phase, just when the Explorer is played. So they actually want this map token. Normally they would have gone after the hook, and they're they're done. I also want the map token. And if I gain a map token, gain 2 reputation. So I'm actually going to go boom, boom, and push him down. I'm now higher. Look at that. And the Preacher, or the Pilferer, would have gotten the hook. There we go. Okay, so I almost wish I had saved my Smuggler for now, because I would really love that map token. But I also know that the Automa is going to focus on the chests more than the maps. Now, this is the first time this has happened, so let's talk about night phase. After dusk happens, before we play out new cards, any characters with a night phase ability would normally trigger. This is the first time we've had one. So next day, when choosing a loot token, Automa uses the priority list above. So for the rest of the game, the AI is going after map tokens because they have the Explorer. The Explorer gets more points for that. So their priority list has changed. So let's just do this to help us out. There we go. All right, so that does change how I'm going to go about thinking through things here. And I think this is a perfect time. Ooh, they could get me here, but we'll see. I'm playing my captain because I'm already highest reputation, so I'm not going to lose any money by moving up. What's the Pilferer going to play? A 20. That's fine. So this is for all the marbles here. 3 high ones, 4 in from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness. But look at this. The reputation has changed. So I am now higher. Whew. So if the Automa's reputation marker is on any space to the left of yours, she advances to the rightmost space on the reputation track and loses 2. So she is going to force me to lose some cash, because now I'm going to go and I'm going to advance and lose 1 for that. But I get my map token. They're stuck with the chest. The pilferer also gets a chest. This comes back. This comes back. And this goes away. Final day of Voyage 2. Perfect time, in my opinion, to play the Quartermaster. AI is playing, the 35. And this is a mixture with no negatives, so they're going to play their governor. I get 1, 2, 3, 4 money here for each of my loot tokens. Ooh, Quartermaster's going to lose me 6? I didn't pay attention to that. Automa discards all characters from her ship except those with anchor abilities. Okay. She gains 1 reputation for each character discarded this way. So she's going to gain 3 reputation, which in this case is going to go 1. And then boom, boom, she's trying to bump into nothing, so she's going to get 2 coins for that instead. So there's some advantage to being high reputation. All right, coming back around to the dusk phase now. Remember, their priority list changed, so they're actually going to sneak in and get this map token. I am going to take the hook token. That way I can keep my smuggler. Pilferer gets the barrel, and these guys all come back. All right, real quickly. Actually, I'm going to, well, let's go through this. So, I'm going to lose 6 from my Quartermaster, which is not cool. I did not notice that. Nothing here. 1 of your map tokens counts as 2 map tokens. So I actually can do 7, and then this one equals a double for 7 for 14 from my map tokens. So I'm going to turn these in as well. These 2 guys don't have 1. So normally I would be done, but my hook allows me to either gain 4 or save someone in my, keep a character in my ship. Hold on, I don't want the smuggler. I want the smuggler back in my hand. Who I want to keep is my explorer. So I've resolved the hook, and the chest is going to get me a solid 5. All right, over here real quick, 1 of Automa's map tokens counts as 2, so they're going to get 12 for their map tokens. This is going to get them 6. 5 is 11. So let's dole them out their money. Here we go. And these 2 guys are gone. Now, they are coming in at 25, 31 additional coins. So 55, and I am going to be adding just, wow, not that much really. 15 and 6 is 22. So big swing there. All right, let's see. They are going to take 7 into the next round. So let's do that. And I will take 8. There we go. Okay, let's Get some loot tokens out. You could also do it like this if you wanted to. That way you know what the groupings are. Top to bottom, left to right. So that one, the next one would look like that. Too many. No relics. This is easily the least amount of relics I've ever seen in a game at only one. Okay. Last thing we need to do, we need to get 6 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now remember, this guy is in my ship already. He is not in my hand. So 2, 17, 22, 25, 26, 27. I need number 2. I need number 17, 22, 25, 26, 27. All right. Okay, so what do we want to go after? Map tokens, essentially. There's a decent number out there, so I'm going to target my high numbers first. Maybe not the merchant this time. Watchman. It's not a bad one. All right, let's try the cook. You never know. You never know what will happen here. So, Pilfer is coming in at 11. Okay, so we're doing good. There are 2 high and 1 medium. No bads, so we're looking 5 from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're coming in with the Brawler. But this is perfect. So, the Brawler, discard your Brawler from your ship. That's talking to me. I don't have a Brawler out, so that's good. If you do, Autumn gains 2 reputation. Oh no! But since I don't have a Brawler for their Brawler to fight, their Brawler jumps up to a 37. So this is the new order. Oh man, that's okay. So, unless you gain a hook token, that's a dusk. So all of this got rearranged now. All of a sudden, they get first choice. We know that they want the chests normally. Now, this is important because as soon as you activate your person in the dusk phase, they come back to your ship. Now, at this point, every night phase, they're going to gain 1. But watch this. Dusk phase, cook, unless you gain a hook token, which I'm not going to be, gain a second loot token from the current day. So I actually get to take both of these. I'm going to stash away my map. My saber, however, allows me to discard the Brawler, keeping them from getting a coin at the beginning of every night phase. And we'll just keep that like that. Perfect. So it all kind of came out in the wash. All right. Now that we've played the cook, Perfect. This is actually a great time to play the brawler now because I know their brawler is gone. I've gotten rid of their brawler, their pilferer, so I know again 2 mediums and 1. So I'm looking for the second cannon from the left. They are playing their cook now. Interesting. Interesting. So discard brawler. They don't have one, so it's going to come to them with the dusk phase. After Automa gains a loot token, which they are gaining the hook. So this is important. She gains a second loot token from the current day, except a relic. Okay, so their priority doesn't, or their action changes a little bit. So they're going to go after the map, which is unfortunate. I wanted the map, but that's okay. I will take the saber. I have nobody to kill off, so that will simply gain me 3 money. Their cook comes back, my brawler comes back, and now at the every night phase, my brawler is going to get me a money. Pirates like to bet on fighting. Okay. I definitely don't want to play the mutant here. Which is coming out next. 28, and there is 1 good, 2 bad, 3rd from the right. They are playing their recruiter. I'm just going to slide in right in the middle here. Their recruiter says play the lowest ranked character with an anchor ability from the Automa's hand directly to her ship. Ironically enough, there are no anchor abilities in her hand, so the recruiter now becomes a rank 40. Alright, so the pilferer actually is going to come into play here because the recruiter is going to take the hook. Alright, and come back to the ship. The pilferer is going to take the saber and do nothing with it. So that's good. He's not killing off anybody on my boat. And I get the barrel, which is fine. But my witch now allows me to copy another character's knight ability. So I'm gaining 2 gold each turn. All right. Next up, what do we got here? What do we got? I think this is a good time to play our merchant here. They are playing, coming in at number 1. There is 2 and 1, so second cannon from the left. They are playing their watchman at 27. No, that's going to go right there. So theirs is a dusk ability. I can discard either 1, 2, or 3 identical loot tokens. I'm done with my sabers now at this point. So she is selling off my swords. I'm going to get 4 money for that transaction. And now we're going to turn back around, and I am going to take this map token. Am I? Actually, I'm going to take this chest. I got 2 more opportunities to get a map token. And she comes back to the ship. Stick her over here. Alright, Automa gains 1 loot token from among all of the available tokens from the current day and the next day. So she's taken this and this. If there's a tie, it doesn't matter which of the tied loot tokens she takes. If she gains a loot token from the next day, move 1 token from the current day to the next day using the loot priority list. So she would put this there, and that's that. That was her dusk ability. She comes back to the ship. Poor Pilfer, always left with nothing. I get 2 more coins, so let's just trade in this 3 for a 5. Keep it simple. All right. No, don't want to do that. Yeah, we'll play our Watchman now. try and guarantee one of these two map tokens. Coming in at number 4, it's a 2 and a 1, so they are playing their merchant. So this is important because this got switched. Their map token is now the priority. But I'm going to mess with that prior to us playing here, because I'm going to say I would like to... No, I don't want to give him the hook. I want a map token, so let's give the amulet over here. There we go. So that's what this looks like now. Okay, I switched it out. Over here, if the Autumn has a loot token from this list, actually they don't. She discards all loot tokens of this type, gaining 3 for each. If not, she's a 40. She's already the highest, so she's gaining a map token. I will gain a map token. The Pilfer takes the barrel, and we are moving into our final day. Not until, though, I get my 2 coins. There we go. And what's the last thing I want to do? No. All right. Well, this is really not... Actually, I could play my recruiter. I'm going to change my mind. There we go. All right. They are playing at 23, and we have 1 and 2, so they are playing the Brute, which would have been that I would have been okay with that, because I would have kicked the Brute off their island if I had played my Brute, but it's fine. So let's see here. Nothing I can play. And let's play my Brute. I don't think it matters. And they're going to discard the rightmost character off the island, which is up here, and that character is going to gain 1 reputation. So they actually kick themselves off here. Which is interesting. They're going to get 1 coin for that, but they're not going to take that hook. Yeah, the hook for me gives me 4 versus 3. The Pilfer would take the amulet, and the barrel just does nothing. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the game. We have 1 more night phase where I would get 2 more coins. Now let's count everything up here. So, 1 of your map tokens counts as 2 map tokens, and if the witch is the only character in your ship with the knight ability, return the witch to your hand. That doesn't matter. So, only my explorer now matters. My hook gets me 4, so I'm just going to put these directly into this at this point. Hook gets me 4. 1 of my map tokens counts twice, so this is now 12. This is 5, so we're up to 9. And this one gets me... Oh, I should have been gaining a reputation from this. Interestingly enough, I would have done that. And then 1. I don't think... I always forget that. Alright, so these are addressed. I don't know. This is going to be interesting. I did pull in a lot of cash that time. So 24 more. So 94. That's my total. What are they coming in at? They have no anchor abilities. So their people are just done. They have 6, 7, 8 money to add. So 63. All right, here's the big ticket. this is going to be 12. So 75. These are 4 apiece, so that's another 12. Oh my goodness, this is so close. 87. What am I, 94? And then they get 5 from this, so that's going to be 92. Look at that. 92 to 94. I was victorious over the AI. Boom. So playing on the take that side doesn't really change the difficulty. It just gives you the ability to take away some money from them and they take away some money from you. Some people may consider that more difficult. Others may consider it just a different way to play. Obviously scores would be lower. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is a solo playthrough of Libertalia Winds of Galecrest. Obviously, if you're playing it without talking through it, it plays much faster, 30 minutes or less easily. This is a pretty quick game to set up. There's a little bit of fiddliness with laying out the loot tokens, but that's it. Other than that, once you're into the voyages, when you're playing solo, it's bam, 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 super fast, unless you yourself have analysis paralysis as to who you're going to play. There's not that much strategy in the game, so usually you're good to go. But that's going to do it for my playthrough. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Or if you are interested in my thoughts on the game, feel free to check out the link that's popping up in the upper right corner at this moment. Once again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.